It's Wednesday, it's Mercury day, we're finally out of retrograde. I am feeling angry. I'm feeling angry. And I was just thinking of what I could say about feeling angry. And none of it landed. So I'm just feeling angry. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I do that, don't I? I'm a flipper. Okay. Oh, speaking of feeling angry, yesterday was Tuesday, Mars Day. And my question for myself to Mars Day was where you have written or sung from rage. I mentioned that in the last video. 3 songs came up in particular. Why do you think / feel these land so differently? What have you used music for? Why do you want to share it? Which I kind of went into each of the specific songs that I've written down, kind of in answering those questions. Oh, true. I just found something I wrote the other night. Creation and art that stems from places of rage. There's this shift of power in yourself welcomed with their birth. My Aquarius is Venus, Neptune. I knew I was going to fuck that up when I wrote this down. Because I just got Aquarius ... whatever the fuck that thing's called. Venus, Neptune, Uranus, 7th house. Even in starting from a when I write, these aren't even real glasses. I cleaned my room though. I cleaned my room yesterday on Mars Day, and I mean, mind the art shit down there, but I cleaned it and I moved it around, and it just felt, look at all this space over here, look at all this space. Anyway. What was I doing? I've come to the realization recently, not really, but in some things that I write, it is far more evident than others, and that is that I'll start something from a place that's super personal, and even when I'm coming from that place or starting at that place without even meaning to, and I'm going to try to start writing some things that feel really intentionally personal the whole way through, because I find myself going, I've put here, specific to this Aquarius stellium, it harbors this intense collective feeling and overview that is especially felt in telling stories of rage, because what is being criticized is something that runs generationally for all humans. I wrote a song called Where to Find God, and spoiler alert, it's not about me finding Jesus. But when I was listening back to it, I don't know how many times, I was like, this is what fills my heart. and there's my Venus, and that's why it lands so hard for me. I then talk about alchemy in music, and what the rage is transmuted into. And again, just coming back to like the power felt within yourself when you're able to do that. And it's funny because the only real one that I wrote with like transmutation of rageful energy, and like when I was writing it was, I'm not gonna say the name. It sounds absolutely fucking absurd if I say the name of it without context. But it's funny because that is the one that is probably the least angry, but may not hit, doesn't hit as hard as the other ones, but is just more fun. And then the other ones, I kind of felt that after the fact. I put here on another one that I wrote. I wrote it after a tarot reading with Brooke. My ancestors reminded me to remember where we win and the competitions which we refuse to sign on to. I won't argue with degenerates or negotiate with terrorists. So I wrote this story about losing, which quickly became one of pride and a spit in the face to the people so abhorrently upholding this patriarchal system with their own pride. I've been so uncomfortable at times sitting with the monumental monstrosities that continue to reap pain and control over humanity. So uncomfortable that there is now no discomfort in relaying that with all I have learned. I love to piss the right people off. I've used music as such a tool for my own spiritual practices, meditation, release, alchemy, manifestation, spells. That's why I want to share it. And then I just wrote this down as I was falling asleep last night, because my mind was just, sometimes I get into these like, I wonder if anyone else does it. I just get into these like, I don't know, like monologues. It's not often that happens. But when it does, I feel like I surprise myself with like some really profound things. But that was happening last night, and then at the end of it, I just said to myself in my head, I'm as smart as I am lucky and as grateful as I am privileged. And I just went, I should probably write that down because I'll forget that when I wake up. I'm feeling a bit more calm now. I'm going to put my glasses back on. Wednesday, Mercury day. I've put, what did you feel during this recent retrograde? Fucking everything. It was hard hitting, hey. That is probably the most hard hitting Mercury retrograde that I have, I think, ever notably experienced. And I wouldn't say that I was avoiding certain things when they were coming up, but I was kind of letting them pass by rather than paying too much mind to them. Especially when it was sort of things of the past that were like to do with other people, because it was just pissing me off. Like it wasn't the emotions, it was it wasn't the emotions, it was the fog, the brain fog, and the just incapability to make a decision for like a week. There was like a week where it was really bad, and I was like, bitch, who the fuck are you? Who are you? Like, are you good? Anyway, so it was just like that. It was the, yeah. I don't know, I'm glad that shit's over though. I don't really want to do any of this. Do you have a song ready to be shared? Why/why not? I think so. I think I have one that I might put up and put out, because why not? And I put talk about 343, because 343 is the song name, but it's also a idea that I channeled a few months ago. This is actually a painting that was, I think but she did do the other painting in the other video. I don't know why I'm holding it there for so long. I love this one though. I wasn't going to put the body on top of it. But I did, and it turned out fucking amazing. I don't know what the fuck I have to talk about that. It was an idea I channeled to paint songs, to listen to songs on repeat and have a concept for each painting, and use 3 or 4 songs with that. And then 343 is the speed of sound, so the speed at which sound or noise travels through air. And yeah, and I had this idea, and then I did the first painting, which was around the word freak, or songs about being a freak. So it was Beyonce, Freakum Dress, Freaks by Savage and Timmy Trumpet, Get Your Freak On by Missy Elliott, and Freakish by Lion Babe, I think her name is. And I don't like that one. I actually need to finish it, and I actually might use this song as like the last one. The song I've made is the last one. Well, it didn't constitute another song to be added, but I fucking hate the painting, so I'm like, I need to, it's just been sitting there. Like it's pretty much finished. All of the sections are finished, but there's just something that needs to be added to it, and it may be me that needs to be added to it. The final little freak. So I might do that. But so I did that one, and then this one is all to do with parts of the body. So this top section is Ribs by Lord. This one is Skull and Bones, Doja Cat. This one is Teeth by The Japanese House. And this one is Skin by Mac Miller. And then there's just a quote. What else the fuck am I going to call it? But that's all me, babe. And it says, it sinks its teeth into my largest organ, nestling behind my ribcage, it finds a temporary home. I say I feel it in my bones, but still it seeks permanence. Can you feed it? Can you feed it? Yes, you can, babe. Yes, you can. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, and then I just didn't do anything after that, and I kind of veered off in another direction with my art, and then it came back around kind of full circle with a song called 343. I'm over it. I'm over this shit, hey? I don't even know what shit I'm over. I don't know what shit I'm over. I said before that I just feel like I just keep getting breadcrumbed by the universe. And I'm just like, I just don't want to. I just want to fuck around. I just want to fuck around and I want to have fun and I want to create cool shit. And whether people want to enjoy that, then they can. If they don't, they don't. I don't fucking care. I just want to do that and I want to go places and I want to buy my nice fucking things. And I'm going to do that and I'm doing that and I'm going to do that. I'm doing that. But it's just like... suck my fucking dick, cunt. That's how I fucking feel. I've got Maya back. Because I feel like I'm just going to flip to a random page and she's going to give me some words of wisdom. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. That's it. What I have just opened up to is insane. I'm not going to read it out. It's fucking crazy. Okay, we're doing another one. Don't know why I'm closing my eyes. It just feels right. Oh, is love. Midwives and winding sheets. No, birthing is hard and dying is mean. And living's a trial in between. Why do we journey, muttering like rumors among the stars? Is a dimension lost? Is it love? I like that. Why do we journey, muttering like rumors among the stars? That first one was fucking crazy. I think I'm fucking done. I don't know. Another one because that was fun. And I don't know why I keep doing that. I just watched myself back. And if you didn't catch it, which you did, because you're the one that said it and you're the one that wrote it. The last poem, the first line mentioned birthing, and that was like one of the first things that I read out. Third things that I read out. I don't fucking know. I'm not gonna read it back because fuck off. Oh my god. What was the line that I said I liked from the last poem? Something about a journey, acting like rumors among the stars. What have I just opened up to? Boom. A plagued journey. Are you fucking around with me, Maya? There is no warning rattle at the door, nor heavy feet to stomp the foyer boards. Safe in the dark prison, I know that. Light slides over. The fingered works of a toothless woman in Pakistan, happy prints of an invisible time, are illumined. My mouth agape rejects the solid ear and lungs hold. The invader takes direction and seeps through the plaster walls. It is at my chamber, entering the keyhole, pushing through the padding of the door. I cannot scream. A bone of fear clogs my throat. It is upon me. It is sunrise with hope. Its arrogant rider. My mind, formerly quiescent. That's the first time I've ever seen that word in my entire life. That wasn't a line. That was just commentary from me. My mind formerly quiescent. I'm trying it in a different pronunciation. If I had a pen, I'd underline that shit right now. Okay, moving on. And its snug encasement is strained. I've given myself the giggles now. and its snug encasement is strained to look upon their rapturous visage. It's obviously not a funny poem. And it's my mind formerly quiescent, and its snug encasement is strained to look upon their rapturous visages, to let them enter even into me. I'm forced outside myself to mount the light and ride joined with hope. Through all the bright hours, I cling to expectation until darkness comes to reclaim me as its own. Hope fades, day is gone. I'm just going to take a minute to process that and read it back. Thank you so much. To that I say period. And I was just reading about whatever you call this part here. She's an Aries. Birthday's on the 4th of April, 2 days before mine. Two cookbooks. And Dr. Maya Angelou. What an uncle. This is actually the first time I've pulled this out in a hot minute, but I think I'm just going to go through some more in my own time before bed, but peace out, bitches and hoes. Bitches and hoes. I missed out the last part of this poem because I didn't flip the page. So I'm just going to read out the last part. I'm forced outside myself to mount the light and ride joined with hope. Through all the bright hours I cling to expectation until darkness comes to reclaim me as its own. Hope fades, day is gone into its irredeemable place, and I am thrown back into the familiar bonds of disconsolation. Gloom crawls around, lapping lasciviously between my toes at my ankles, and it sucks the strands of my hair. It forgives my heady fling with hope. I am joined again into its greedy arms. And I like that I flipped to this poem in particular because it is heavily pulling into that same or it holds the same energy of what I was sort of talking about earlier. I've been so uncomfortable at times sitting with the monumental monstrosities that continue to wreak pain and control over humanity, so uncomfortable so that there is now no discomfort in relaying that with all I have learned. Which is what I got from that poem, and it also connected to something I wrote a couple of days ago. And yeah, I say it, that's what I say. You gotta do the gritty shit. You gotta get nitty and fucking gritty with it. And super duper, extremely fucking uncomfortable with yourself to then be comfortable in screaming the root of that discomfort, the collective root of that discomfort from the fucking rooftops. So, thank you. Lasciviously means with, it's like sexualized. So, thank you. And thank you, Maya. Everyone say thank you, Maya. Everyone say thank you, Maya. We love you.